What's up, guys? LD Moto back with you again. Hope you guys enjoyed the last track video. Pretty surprised. Honestly, I was really surprised. Liam killed it. The bike didn't die, but it got harder and harder to start towards the end of the day. I know I didn't get a whole lot of footage of him riding, but I was more focused on him. Thank God for my wife, because I probably wouldn't really have much of any videos and stuff of it. But I tried where I could, but it seems like when I was focusing on getting a video, I had to go run after Liam. You know, he did crash a lot. That track was the ultimate test for this bike. Don't let that video deter you from wanting to purchase one, because it was so sandy. Everybody was wrecking. Big kids, little kids, everybody was wiping out on it. The coach was even saying it was tough. The ruts were super deep, and it was his first time on a track. I'm not disappointed with the bike, but I mean, there's things that could be different. I know in the future, probably in the springtime, maybe sooner if the weather permits, if the track is available, we're going to try it on a different track, more of a dirt surface than a sandy surface. And yeah, I'll give him another opportunity to really test the bike out in, you know, a little bit milder, you know, circumstances. That track was huge, and they had some coned off sections that they were supposed to veer off and miss a huge part of the track. But Liam just went for it. He went all the way around this whole track on this thing. He made it through. I didn't get much footage of that because he was really far away from me. I wasn't wondering where he went. I looked way out there, and he was going. Then he tried to start jumping stuff. I was like, come on, kid, you got to learn the fundamentals first. I mean, but I love his, you know, enthusiasm. He just wants to do it so bad, but he's limited on the power output from this 50. I mean, nothing against those other guys. Those bikes are expensive for a reason, and they can handle a lot more. I mean, I thought this bike was loud. No, I mean, it's a stock little Chinese 50 engine. I'm not knocking this bike at all. I was truly surprised. I mean, if you guys saw it, I mean, try to get as much in there as I possibly could to see it, but he was cranking up some huge hills before the clutch started overheating towards the end of the day. I know we did, like I was saying, we didn't get a lot of that footage, but in the rest of this video, I don't want to talk too much, but because I'm gonna start tearing into the bike, just going through it. I'm trying to get some time lapse and get some close-ups of the thing. But we truly thank you guys for watching. Hopefully the videos, the content will get a little bit better. I mean, we're still trying, we're still learning here. He's still learning. Obviously, you guys seen that was a training course. I mean, like I was saying in that video, we got some good feedback from the coach. He said he would tell him to do something and he would follow through on it. But constantly remembering to do it was, you know, not a problem, but it was, like I was saying, it was his first time. But SYX, it's not bad. For the money, it's not bad. I don't expect a 150-pound kid to go out there, or if not a little less, and just rip up a track. But you'll be able to make it around. I mean, with small, minor modifications, this bike can be a little bit better. Only reason we kind of called it yesterday because it started bogging down really, really bad. I think the clutch was just getting a little overheated. I mean, come on, you guys saw the track. But let me show you guys a little bit of what's going on here with this thing. See if we can get any close-ups up here. The mud flap that I made, oh my God, that thing did tremendous. It helped out so much. You can just see it's caked. It's just caked all up in there. You see the air filter? It doesn't look bad. I know on the other side that. Try not to block the light. The top of the motor. Well, the block. Look at that. It is crazy. Yeah. And I really didn't have to do anything to it. I mean, he was riding it on brake. I did notice this right here. The front forks were twisted a little bit. The axle wasn't loose, the tree wasn't loose or anything like that, but it was twisted. Yeah, I didn't like that. I think part of the reason he was having so much trouble with it is because the rake on that front of that bike is just, it's wicked. It's just raked out too far. I noticed his back suspension was bouncing good, and I noticed on other bikes it was rolling good. But the shocks in it was not giving the way it should. I think that was part of his big issue there. So I'm going to get into some time lapse, start taking this thing apart, and if I find anything broken in the meantime, we'll get right back with you guys. Okay guys, I got that open. The marks are still in the same spot. It might be kind of hard to see. But look at that carburetor. It is just caked with sandy mud and stuff. I noticed a little bit of more wear on the farther, this end right here, than this part right here. I mean, that could be because it's not catching completely. I mean, it was a kind of just a trial thing to try this clutch on here. And it definitely is an improvement over the stock one. But obviously you can see there's some minor difference in there. Might be kind of hard to tell, but yeah, carburetor seems like it's got a little bit of juice coming out of it. Still tight though, unless it's just the dirt holding it in place. But all right, yeah, I'm gonna remove the exhaust pipe now and continue on with this thing. I didn't get it wrapped very well, but it's a good time now to address that. Loosen this sucker back up. So it's like on there. Seems like it did a pretty good job regardless. Now it's kind of formed into that crease already that I missed the first time. Oh yeah, well, I got on it or was packing it up, and these things were like burn your skin hot. So I might have to do something about that. I mean, it was hot. I felt it through my pant leg and everything. Yeah, that's better. Trim off some of this crap. Yeah, if you're messing with this stuff, definitely wear gloves. I actually had a whole video of me putting this on, but it wasn't something I wanted to. I mean, I showed you guys some of it, but it was just a long drawn out video of wrapping that. But if you guys ever want to see it, I mean, I might still have it. I might have deleted it. Just let me know in the comments. Alrighty. Wow. I don't want to take the carburetor off, especially with all this sand on here. Bring you guys in a little closer here. Yeah, I mean, the clutch held up. The carburetor did what it was supposed to do. I'm just going to get into cleaning it, and we'll get it back together. I'm not going to bore you guys with a bunch of crazy stuff. I'm going to clean it up at the end of the video. Maybe Liam will be home from church and show you guys it still runs. I mean, it still runs now. I already got it taken apart, so I'm not going to start it up. But I would like to get the spark plug out, get some of this gunk off here, clean that gunk up around the carburetor, clean the chain up again. Because he still wants to ride this thing, and I'm not going to stop him from riding. I know the bike has some limitations. We all seen that. But I'm thinking about a bore kit. You know, it'd be fun. We'd like to get him another bike. We might try. We're not going to necessarily do something that somebody else is doing. So if you guys are interested to see how that turns out, subscribe, stick around, because this is going to be our project bike for sure, and he's going to, ride it as much as possible. But we want to get him something a little more competitive for a track. Okay guys, I'm about to pop this spark plug out. So if this camera stays in place. I have not taken it out. I was trying to get some dirt out of the way before I opened anything up into the cylinder head. Oh, what the heck? I grabbed the wrong one. Oh, what size is it? I forgot. Alrighty. It's a 19. Okay. Let's see how foul this thing is. This is a $7 spark plug. Ooh, she's a little burnt. It's not what it looked like when I put it in there. Yeah. Could be, yeah, because he was getting to the point where it was bogging down because he couldn't hold it wide open to clear the plug. I think this plug is still going to be good. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. If you can see that there. Clean it up a little bit. Get it put back in. But see what I got going on here. I doused the carburetor with some WD-40. Try and help soften up that stuff in there. And it's cleaning and cleaning. I don't know if we can't see that because we're having no light. There we go. Doesn't look bad. I mean, at a 25-to-1 mix ratio. Oh yeah. Yep. Getting there. She's dirty. Got this soaking in some WD-40 too. Alright guys, well I'm going to get back to it. And we'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, back again. I just wanted to check the compression on it. Spark plug is disconnected. I just cleaned it up. Got it put back in there. But let me give... Oh yeah, she still got good compression. So we didn't burn up the rings, so that's a plus. I mean, good thing for that oil that I got. Let me show you guys. This stuff worked amazing. If you use any of that cheap stuff and try and take this thing on the track, guarantee you're probably going to burn up your rings. I know it says 32-to-1 mix, but I still did it to the 25-to-1, and it was still reduced in smoke too. It wasn't smoking nearly as bad, but I'm truly surprised in this little motor. We must have broke it in pretty well, because like we said before, we bought this thing used and it was barely even broken. We still had to do a couple tanks of fuel to get finished breaking it in. But yeah, keep your 25-to-1, especially if you're going to be riding it hard too. I'm still cleaning up in here. Got that back in. The rings look all good. It's got good compression still. Alright, I'm going to start probably reassembling this thing, and hopefully I get it back together and Liam can take it for a rip, and we'll show you guys this thing still has, you know, hard ground capabilities. He's got his little track out there. Well, in the backyard too. But alright, I'm going to get back to this thing and we'll finish up, and we'll catch up with you guys. Okay guys, all back together. I'm not going to stop this part of the video at all. I'm going to keep it going. Liam is home now. We just got to eat some lunch. Got the chain back on, lubed up. Everything seems to be back together. Yeah, I'm going to try and start it up. Hasn't started since, well, we haven't started it since yesterday. So, is the gas even? I think the gas is still even on. We'll have to double check that, but I'm going to leave this rolling. Probably adjust the camera a little bit so you can probably see this a little better. Slide it over this way. Alright, let me just double check, make sure you can see the bike pretty well. Alright, I'm going to move it to the ground. Alright. I still expected to take a couple pulls probably to get it started. It's been outside all night too. You know how these things are. Make sure this is on, because I might not even turn this off yesterday. It doesn't look like I turned it off. So here we go. First of all, got a nice little poppy sound to it. Took that filling out of the carburetor or the muffler. Man, that smell from that oil is pretty sweet. Awesome. That was the first pull. I haven't touched it at all. Watch this response. And it's still cold. See if she stays running. Oh, you guys saw it. I mean, it was the first pull. Let's see if it'll start right back up. Oh, it started right back up. Might not be able to see too well, but there we go. Now, gotta work on that idle just a little bit. Bring it up just a tiny bit. Let's see if that makes a difference. Getting up there. Now that it's warmed up. What's up, dude? Awesome. You want to take it for a spin real quick? Yeah, I changed the exhaust pipe on it. Here, hold that brake. Alright guys, like I said, I'm not going to stop it. I'm going to bring it out. I told him not to go very fast yet. I didn't get his helmet on, but just to show you guys. Still ripped. Alright, LD Moto Performance SYX. Thanks guys for watching. What do we tell them?